Let's get ready to make this luxury skin butter rich with mango and hemp oil. Now this isn't just any DIY, this is a commercial quality product that you can follow along and make for your craft fairs, your store shelves, or your cottage industries. Hi there, I'm Jennifer at Thermal Mermaid, and I'm going to tell you about everything that goes into this heavy moisturizing butter, along with an option to incorporate CBD isolate powder if you want to enhance your product. And on this channel, you can watch how I put together handmade luxury soap and cosmetics that you can make at home. So let's do an overview of our ingredients that we're going to use today. Now don't forget, if you like what you see in this video, hit the subscribe button right now so that you'll get access to see how we make hundreds of the luxury products you use every day. Hemp oil may feel similar to olive oil, but it's actually high in linoleic acid, unlike olive oil's oleic acid. This leaves a more moisturizing profile in lotions when used topically compared to the oleic acid that can leave a more dry effect. Stearic acid is used as a thickener. Now you only need a small amount to turn a lightweight lotion into a thick pudding texture. And after you get used to using this in your recipe, you can adjust this amount to create the lotion to your liking. Glycerin is a humectant. This helps lock the moisture into your skin, and it draws moisture toward the surface of your skin from the air. Use glycerin as a humectant to make especially moisturizing butters and creams. Up next we have goji powder, and this will give us a little orange hue to our mango colored body butter, but this also has skin loving properties. It's packed full of antioxidants, including absorbic acid and carotenoids, and according to the NIH, when used topically, they can provide anti-aging functions. Find more about the science behind goji berries at the links at the bottom of this page. Next, we have these flakes of emulsifying wax. Now you cannot leave this out of the recipe. The e-wax incorporates itself into the body butter and binds the oils with the aloe juice and keeps it from separating. This also provides a soft, silky feel to the butter, but its main function is to bind the ingredients. It wouldn't be mango body butter without the mango butter, and much like cocoa butter, this will provide a creamy, moisturizing texture, and it also is full of antioxidants as well. You can add in a half-ounce fragrance oil of any choice that you might like. For this lotion, I'm using Ferocious Beast. Now this one is a men's fragrance that does not stick well in cold process, so it's best used trapped in my body butters. Finally, I'm using just under 10 ounces of aloe juice for my butter base. I love the rich, soothing quality that aloe juice provides, but you can still substitute this for distilled water if you want to. Now that you know what goes into this butter, you can make it along with me. Now, one of the differences between a lotion, a body butter, and even a whipped body butter are the ratios of oils that you use to combine your product. Now, you can play with these ratios until you get it just to your liking, and I'll have some tips in the rest of this video that will talk about that. But if you want my exact recipe for this luxury product and the ratios that I use to make it a butter as opposed to a lotion, then you'll have to log into thermalmermaid.com and print it from the members recipe directory. Now, for those of you who are all ready to go get it from over there, let me just show you where to find it. Log into your dashboard and scroll down to Lotions and Butters. Click, and then find Mango and Hemp Oil Body Butter. And then the additional video, the notes on this recipe, and then the instructions are right there waiting for you. I'll also mention that there's a variation of this recipe listed separately over in the CBD and hemp oil and cannabidiol section, that category over there, which will have a second video and variations on the instructions. Once our ingredients are measured out, place a pan with 1 inch of water over low heat until it begins to lightly simmer. In the warm bath, place the aloe juice and the hard waxes, the stearic acid and the e-wax. And while these are melting, take the mango butter and chop it into small pieces. Now this will help it melt in the hot oils without the need to melt the mango butter into a complete liquid. When the hot bath is ready and your waxes are melted down, add the orange goji berry powder and dissolve this down into the aloe juice. The goji berry will give the butter a nice light golden tint, and this of course contributes to the additional antioxidants in the formula. Now at this point, everything goes into the stand mixer. Pour the aloe juice right in, add the melted waxes, and also blend in the small pieces of mango butter that you just cut up. We're going to turn the mixer on low and allow the mango butter to blend into those waxes. Of course, as soon as everything's melted down, we're going to add the hemp oil and the glycerin and allow this to just keep blending. Now you can turn the mixer up a few levels and you can just let this mix much more aggressively. You need plenty of time for the e-wax to do its job and bind the aloe juice in with the oils so that nothing will separate after we're done. So this process that you're about to see is going to take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, and you can set it on anywhere from levels 1 to 3 for it to do a perfectly fine job of mixing, but you're just going to leave it alone and just let those oils bind together. Now, body butters, just like the lotions, need special care with their packaging preparation. These jars are sitting in a warm bath of bleach water, and before they're used, they need to be dried carefully and then set aside. Now, today I'm using these 8-ounce double-sided plastic open-mouth jars, but the butter is just slightly whipped for fluffiness, so they're only going to fill a total weight of 5 ounces apiece. And since this formula is going to set up to be the texture of a nice thick pudding, a squeeze jar isn't necessarily the best option. So these wide-faced jars are perfect. Now, as this is all blending together, it's also cooling down significantly, so it's time to add in our preservative and also our fragrance. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in 1% of liquid Germol Plus in this particular formula. This is also known as water-soluble PF. And then we'll add that in and we'll continue to let this blend for another 5 to 7 minutes. We want to make sure everything is completely incorporated, and we'll do this also with the fragrance oil. Wait till your oils have cooled down until you see this more opaque butter texture, and then that way it will prevent your fragrance from being decomposed or starting to break apart because of the heat of the oils, and it will also protect your preservative so you can allow your preservative to do its job without being compromised in the heat. Now all we have left to do at this point is just to allow the mixer to continue whipping this up. Now this will become fluffy, but remember, this is a completely different formula. It's a butter, a heavy pudding butter texture. And so you're not going to get that light whipped fluffy airiness as if we're using a different recipe that would be 80% hard oils and 20% liquid oils. This one here is going to whip, but you're not going to get all that air into it. So just keep that in mind. Now, this will also become more firm and thicker as the product sets up. You'll see that after about 24 hours. It's already a nice thick texture here in this image, but if you want to adjust the texture of the final butter that you get, what you do is you add or subtract the amount of stearic acid by about 1/4 of an ounce in either direction, not too much, because you'll never really see exactly how thick it will be for several hours later. So if it seems too thin for you at this point, or if you've been mixing for about 10 minutes and it's just a very light, thin liquid, you really do need to give that stearic acid time to allow for your body butter to set up so you can see really what you're going to be getting out of it. And then after you make your recipe, if you decide you want to alter that or change that and sort of make it your own, then you can control that through the amount of stearic acid. A little bit goes a long way, so if you add any more than 1/4 of an ounce, you're really going to get a thick, heavy, it'll be something that you'll have to pack into a jar. You won't be able to squeeze it out of a bottle. And then if you want something thinner than your final product that you see here in just a few moments, that you can easily squeeze out of a jar, and you can go take down that stearic acid by about 1/4 of an ounce. Now here you can see what this looks like as it's being transferred, and it's fairly cool. It's still a little bit warm to the touch at this point. And compare this to what you're going to see in just a few moments after it's been set for about 24 hours so that you can see the difference in texture. And after 24 hours, here is our finished product after everything has been able to set and become firm all on its own. And now you can clearly see when we use this, it'll absolutely blend into your skin in the most beautiful way. It absorbs very quickly and it leaves a very heavy moisturizing feeling. Also, it has a great quality of a humectant to it, so it'll draw moisture toward you and make your skin feel plump and full. Perfect for evening wear, perfect for after the shower protection, and again, like I said previously, we can incorporate the CBD isolate. If you want to package this, then you wouldn't really necessarily put it into a 5 to 6 ounce packaging quantity. You put it into a 1 to 2 ounce, and the packaging would be a little bit different because you're using premium ingredients, which I go into great detail over in the members directory in the CBD section for that exclusive video. So I hope you enjoyed this version of Thermal Mermaid while we made our mango butter and hemp oil premium luxury body butter, and I hope you join me again for the next edition, which should be coming up very shortly. Have a great night, guys.
Think I've had enough. I've been gone, but